So it's optional page breaks. No.
Well, no. What I have to do in order to get that to work is that I have to do calculations on where I am. We'll go back to this one again here. It's a tweak because Lasso won't report how many lines I'm using, but it does give me, I can measure the width of the text chunk that I'm using, and I can compare that with the width of the available space for that text chunk. And by doing some math, I can from that calculate how many rows this will occupy. And I place each object using the add method with coordinates, width, height, top and left, and then I sort of iterate and then, well, save that, the top value, and do check it. Do I have space left for this next object? If not, create a new page. So it doesn't do it automatically for you. You have to do calculation on it, but it's possible to do. So, basics. Tip. In order to get it good looking, as the ones you saw here, one tip is don't do it in Lasso. Do anything you can in another application. InDesign, for example. Anything that's static in the PDF. Logos, backgrounds, graphic templates, anything that doesn't change for each new PDF that's created. Do that in another application. Save it as a PDF and then use that PDF as a template in Lasso. If you remember the invoice example, a lot of the stuff that looked good there was done in InDesign and then saved as a multi-page PDF, so that when I create the invoice, first call the first page of the PDF template and use that, and for any other page I call the second page of the template and insert that as a background. So what I actually use in Lasso is only to display the figures, the numbers.
So the lines, tables are not...
These lines are part of the template. These lines are dynamic because I don't know where they will come. But these lines, yes, they're part of the template because they never change in that case. The Sky Vantage example was actually based on a template from Excel because they did it in Excel previously. They used Excel to create these reports. And so I just removed all the dynamic numbers, saved it as a PDF from Excel, and then used that as the background template, placing all the dynamic parts but with the coordinates.
There's the form tags, well, in PDF tags. You can fill some fields.
Yeah.
Is it a good way? Could it be that you place empty fields and then use the text to fill them?
Personally, I mean, the form tags, they are there to be able to send a PDF to someone, have them fill in the form on their computer within the PDF, and then send the PDF back or extract the result and send that to a server. And that's fine. I mean, Adobe loves that you do that. I actually prefer that people use the web browser as the input. And the PDF is the result they get out of it.
I was actually in this for layout.
And I don't use that for layout, no. Can't say that. Okay, we can see just how I'm... Yeah, go with BB Edit. Here's the simplest possible PDF. This is the stuff you need to get it working. You create a PDF object up there. set a size, that's important. So if you're in the US, it would say US letter. The rest of the world, we probably prefer A4. This is mute. It doesn't actually do anything. You don't need that. And then you need a font of some kind. You have a number of built-in fonts in PDF. Helvetica, Times in Roman, Courier. Did I miss any, Fletcher? Oh, he's not listening. Helvetica, Times, Courier. Any other built-in font?
I think the dingbats.
Dingbat symbol or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds.
So you can call them just like this. And what you do here is that you create a PDF font object that you're using when you add text chunks. And that's what I'm doing here. Here is a text chunk that's Hello World, based on a popular example. It's of the type paragraph. It's using this font. And this text chunk in turn is added to the PDF here. And by using add together with placement coordinates, I can control where they are placed on the page. So this is an object that will be 200 points to the left from the paper 8 and will be 200 points from the top of the page. And it's an object that is 200 points wide. So if the text is wider than 200 points, it will automatically flow over on a new row. Had I added a height param as well here, I would have made an invisible box that would contain this text object. Anything that won't fit within that box will be cut off, invisible, gone. And that's nice to know when you're doing forms and stuff, like the Sky Vantage form. If they put too much information into a field, it should flow over and hide something else. It should just be cut off. So I put boxes like that in that case. Then I close the PDF and I serve it, and that's it. The result looks like this. Simple. So, in principle, when it comes to actually doing it, you have to get friendly with the difference between pixel and points, because there is a difference. Pixels is screen-based, right? And digital images is also pixel-based because they're actually meant to be shown on a screen. So pixel stands for picture element. It's the smallest possible unit in a picture. It only contains a color value. That's a pixel. We define pixels when we talk about what's your screen area, how large is your screen, and we'll say, well, it's 1024 by 768 or 1200 by 900 or whatever we say. That's how many pixels that fit within a given area. An image could be X pixels wide or X pixels high. And then we also define how many pixels we use for each inch, actually. We say we have a resolution of 72 pixels per inch, or it's usually more nowadays, 96 or something like that. But 72 is a good number to remember, because when we originally got graphic screens, when the first Macintosh machines came, they had a screen resolution of 72 pixels per inch. And that was transferred, or actually I think they were inspired by the fact that points, that's something you have on paper. A point in a PostScript environment is 72 points per inch. So if you had a screen that was 72 pixels per inch, you could have a 1-to-1 relation between them.